Metaphor for life. All right, so keep your bookmark here in Psalms, and let's turn to Genesis 2, verses 15 and 17. Genesis 2, verses 15 and 17. This is the creation story. But it's not the good part of the creation story. It's part of the creation story that we're getting instructions. Then the Lord God took man and put him in the Garden of Eden to tend it and keep it. And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, of every tree in the garden you may freely eat. But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat. For in that day you will surely die. You know, people that tell me that they can keep all the 10 commandments, I go, are you crazy? We couldn't keep one. How do you manage to keep 10? We couldn't keep one. But what's the sentence there? If you eat of this tree, you're going to die. Now, did Adam die right away when he ate it and went, oh, that tastes bad? No, he didn't. But the sentence of death was upon him. He eventually did die. That's the thing that's on us too, is a sentence of death. And Adam, because of the woman God gave him, ate of that tree. And we, his descendants, have been under that same penalty of death. But that's important what Adam did. When God said, what did you do this for? You sinned. He goes, it wasn't me, it was you. You're the one that did this. You gave me this woman. The woman said, it wasn't me, it was the snake guy. They're blaming other people. They're not taking it upon themselves. They're not saying it's my fault. I did this. And that penalty of death then survives and goes through Adam to us to this very day. Now, that imagery of the valley of shadow of death is found throughout the Old Testament and even in the New Testament. We look at the prophecy of Zacharias concerning Christ in Luke 1, verse 79. Luke 1, 79. This is the part where Zacharias is prophesying about John the Baptist, about how he's going to be there and he's going to prepare the way for the true one sent from God. And this is what Zacharias says there. Through the tender mercy of our God, with which the day spring from on high has visited us, that's referring to Christ, to give light to those who sit in darkness and the shadow of death, to guide our feet in the way of peace. So he's saying there, we are in the shadow of death. We're living there. And this person that John is preparing the way for is going to be the one that leads us into peace. Because we're under condemnation. Prophesying about that light that's going to drive away the shadow of death. So back to Psalm 23. Now David uses the idea of walk in both the physical, one foot in front of another, and in the picturesque way of pursuing a particular course of life. So we walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Where is it? Right outside. If you're born, you're walking in the shadow of death. You're walking in the valley of the shadow of death. If you're born. We're all walking through it. We're all walking through Death Valley, looking for that water of life, and a way out.